Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to the event that Amy and I created for tonight. We've had so many people asking about what we've been up to, and they're curious to know more. And there's also lots of special people we've been thinking of out there who we thought would really love to tune into this because you never know whose life it might touch. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I was introduced to Juice Plus about 8 months ago, so it's fairly new to me, to be honest. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I would wake up in the morning thinking about when I could get back into bed that night. I had constant lower abdominal pains. My head was in a really negative mind frame. Anything I ate, I seemed to react to. And to me that was the normal. I was used to feeling like that. I felt like that every day for a good couple of years, wondering, if this was going to change and if it really was the normal for the rest of my life, which was funny because over the couple of years that I was, it was really starting to dig in as I was getting older and I was sort of starting to pay back everything I'd done when I was younger. I'd be on the phone to my dad and brother crying and just saying, this can't be right, and they'd be saying to me, Mel, just try Juice Plus, just try Juice Plus. And I never actually looked into it until about another year later because I was on my own missions. So yeah, my dad and my brother have been taking Juice Plus for well over 2 years now. And they're kind of the ones that sort of introduced it to me. It was quite funny. Anyway, about over a year ago, I went and got my blood analysed by a doctor who was a high specialist of a specialist of a specialist, cancer specialist, did everything. And she took a sample of my blood and put it under a microscope. And surely enough, the results I got back didn't really surprise me. I had irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut syndrome, chronic fatigue, and gluten intolerances. And all of those 4 things are actually really normal in most people now. It's quite crazy. We just seem to be really malnourished, not getting the food that we should be getting into our bodies every day. If we were to eat an orange 40 years ago, that would be our vitamin C intake for the day. We'd need to eat 8 in a day now to get it. So yeah, after I went and saw the specialist who gave me my diagnosis, she also prescribed me about 20 different pills that I could take every day, and it was fine. It was fine with me because they were natural. But yeah, I kind of got over taking 20 to 30 different pills a day, and it was costing me over $1,000 a month to feel normal. And I knew that couldn't go on forever. So I actually went and saw a nutritionist, and I gave the nutritionist my report that the doctor had made for me. And I said, look, what can you do for me? Because I can't afford to keep paying to feel normal like this. And she said that all of my symptoms actually led to something called a candida overgrowth. So all of the bacteria and the different things inside my stomach were all out of whack and not doing what they should. So I wasn't getting any of the goodness from my food. Lots and lots of little things that led on from all of that sort of stuff. So from the nutritionist's advice, I did a 2-month anti-candida diet. So that was 2 months with absolutely no sugar in my diet, not even fruit, not even starchy vegetables. So it was pretty leafy green, pretty natural whole grain sort of diet, little bit of meat, but it was life-changing and it made me feel really good. The one thing I didn't like about the diet was I wasn't getting fruits and I wasn't getting lots of different vegetables that I used to get into my diet, purely because of the sugar content, but I still wanted all the goodness from them. And that was when I finally listened to what Juice Plus was about. I was on the phone to my brother one day and he finally got his word in. And he told me that the Juice Plus capsules, so the fruit, the berry and the vegetable capsules, they're actually fructose free, so they're sugar free. When they take the water content out of the fruit and that, so that it's powdered down to fit in the capsules, naturally the fructose comes out as well. So straight away I started taking them. I knew that I was still getting all of the vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, phytonutrients that I would get if I was to eat all of that whole with the sugar, but this was even better. So I added that into my diet while I was on my anti-candida eating plan. Anyway, once I finished my anti-candida eating plan, I was obviously supposed to slowly reintroduce food. I'd gone 2 months without sugar. I hoed into anything I could, and I had no self-control. I just did it, and really I should have ended up back at square one. What an idiot. But I can thank Juice Plus that I didn't. They have natural probiotics in them, and I definitely think that helped keep the defence of my stomach up when I'd finished that diet. I can quite confidently eat, whatever I want now, in moderation, of course, with a pretty plant-based diet as it is, and not get the reactions that I used to get. About 1 month into taking Juice Plus, so obviously it's not a quick fix, it is just natural food. So whatever you experience on the outside is just an added bonus of what's actually happening on the inside. My added bonuses were about a month into it, I noticed my energy levels weren't dropping off anymore. I picked up a jib stopping job, that my first one that I did by myself, for a wee batch in Riverton. Not thinking I'd got the job, I actually booked a few Juice Plus events in during the nighttime that same week. Surely enough, I found out I got the job. So I was driving out to Riverton every day, jib stopping this batch by myself for the first time. And then I'd come home, have a shower, have dinner, and I would have 10 people around at my house for a Juice Plus event. And it wasn't until one of those nights, and it was about 9 o'clock at night, and I realised I was talking to people still like I'm talking to you guys now. I was engaged, I could listen to discussions. If that was me before Juice Plus, and before I started making changes in my life, I would have been a zombie. I would have been staring at people and going, and not having any energy to actually give to anyone, and be able to help them as well on their health journeys. So that was pretty amazing. A couple of weeks later, I noticed that I started sleeping a lot better right through the night, which, like, that alone was life-changing for me. The small things. And then probably around that same time, I realised with my energy levels being better and with my sleep being better, my mind frame was different. Honestly, to this day, every day has been a whole lot different to what it used to be. I can't explain it. Just being able to tackle problems, a couple of weeks down into the batch job in Riverton, I was coming across problems, and I would, instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to ring my partner, or oh my gosh, he can't even get out here because he's stuck at home, what am I going to do? I've failed, I can't do this. I'd actually wouldn't even go down that road first, like I used to a lot. I would tell myself I could do it, and then problem solve by myself and actually finish the job. And it was one of the jobs that I was the most proud of. And I definitely think I could thank that to Juice Plus as well, because it was sort of changing all areas of my life. So yeah, that's been really cool. And I've always been a really conscious eater, but what got me was that even on an anti-candida diet, when I was eating the best diet I'd ever eaten in my life, I knew I still wasn't getting the quantity and the quality. I couldn't afford to buy organic for everything that I ate, which I was supposed to do. So Juice Plus being non-GMO, non-pesticide, non-herbicide, it's such a mental weight off my shoulders as well. I like to be a conscious eater, I like to eat a plant-based diet, but I have my days where I'm busy and I don't have time to be that perfect eater. I have those days a lot, I'm going to be honest. But knowing that if I take my fruit, my berry and my vegetable capsules in the morning, and if I have a complete shake as well before I walk out the door, that's a variety of over 50 different fruits and vegetables before I've even left home in the morning. So yeah, if I have a day where I maybe don't eat so well, I'm not beating myself up so much either, which is awesome, because now if I have treats, I enjoy the treats instead of telling myself off and then putting all that negative energy into myself while I'm eating them anyway. But yeah, I've gone on enough about that. It's quite funny. I do really want to share about the business opportunity with Juice Plus, because I never thought I'd be where I am today. And anyone can do it, which is why I really wanted to share it with you guys. It's an amazing gift to give to people. And for me, it's been the biggest gift I could have given myself. I decided to jump on the Juice Plus business straight away. When I started taking it, I was like, yep, sweet, I could do it with a hobby. My partner and I were running a jib stopping business. I was busy doing that, but I knew I would be able to do this business in my own time when I had my stolen moments, and I needed something to fulfill my soul again. Jib stopping didn't quite do that. And funnily enough, so it was going to be my plan B of an income, bit of extra spending money and different things like that. Well, about a week into me starting Juice Plus and the business, my partner had an accident, and he's been in a wheelchair ever since. That was July last year. He is going to get out of the wheelchair, but it's still going to be another few months yet. So my plan B actually turned into a plan A really quickly, and it's been an amazing journey. I work a little bit of part-time hours, a few during the week, just to help top things up, because it's a business and I'm still growing it. But I could never go back to 9 to 5 again. Wow, it's suffocating, the thought of it. I'm never going to be one of those people that does 40 hours a week for 40 weeks of the year for 40 years of my life. No, thank you. I will continue doing this. This job is amazing. I'm on my own health journey. My pay that comes in every month is a reflection of who I've helped get on their health journeys for the previous month. I live to my own values every day, like love and peace and health and uniting people. That's all I worry about now. And I've met the most amazing, supportive, motivating people that I've ever met in my life, and it's such a supportive environment to learn how to grow your business. It's such a cool thing to get involved in. I'm all about the Freedom Tribe and people being against the 9 to 5. For mums should be able to stay at home and look after their kids. For anyone else, you should be able to pursue your dreams and have time for those things you enjoy doing. Lots of times now it could be 2 weeks of the year that people get off instead of 4, and those people can't even afford to go away for those 2 weeks of the year anymore. With Juice Plus, everyone starts at the bottom. Whether you're a doctor, stay-at-home mum, me, doesn't matter who. And what you put into the business is what you get out. The more people that get to the top, the better. So it's limitless. It can go wherever you want to take it. Whether you just want an extra $50 a month and your Juice Plus covered. Whether you want to have your car payments sorted out every month. My aim by the end of the year is to not even need to be working part-time. And to have a full-time residual income coming in every month. So when my partner and I are finally going to Europe next year, it doesn't matter that I'm away. I don't have to ask a boss to do that, and I'm still going to get that same income coming in every month to cover maybe costs at home while we're away or extra spending money. I think it's something amazing to look into. I invite you to jump on a 3-way call with Amy and I. What have you got to lose by finding out more? Definitely. So please reach out whether you're looking for a bit of better health or whether you are considering looking at a different sort of business opportunity, a bit of extra income as well. Why not? Why not make a bit of extra income, especially if it's helping people feel good? You're genuinely doing something from the heart. It's pretty fulfilling. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on. Amy up next is going to be sharing her story, and she's been in the business for a couple of weeks, so it's really cool if you'd like to hear from her how she's getting on with the business. She's been taking Juice Plus for 5 or 6 months now, I think. So thank you so much, and please reach out and private message me or just comment below if you have any questions.